Virgo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for November for you. We're doing the 5 elements. So let's get started. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this time with me, for coming back. If you're new here, welcome. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Virgo today. All right, you all, let's look into your major arcana. The theme here, the wood element. This is the growth, the major growth for you this month. And what you don't see coming and what's hiding in the shadows. Ooh, Empress. With the Emperor and the Tower. Ooh, and the Death. The strength there. There's something going on in a connection for you. Some changes that maybe need to happen here. You could be going through the death throes. I'm not talking about it ending. I'm talking about what needs to change here so things can, get back to a better place. You both could be facing something this month that you need to discuss, iron out, resolve. I don't know. I'm getting this. The Tower and the Death. This is like something's going down in Scorpio season in a very important connection in your life. And it's going to require a little bit of strength. Let's see what's going on in your emotions, Virgo. I don't know. It could be something beautiful. It could be something like, wow, like this feels awesome. Or it could be something that you're like, uh-oh. Towers are unpredictable. Sometimes they're like good surprises and sometimes they're not so good surprises. But let's see what's going on in your emotions as a result of this transformation. This could be a rebirth, a reboot in this connection. Let's see. A lot of people will be getting that new relationship energy, whether it's an existing connection or a new person. It feels new. Let's see. Wow. There's some silence here. Ooh. Oh, Queen of Cups. All right, so this is about unconditional love and nurturing. Nurturing. Ooh, moving past some sadness around maybe a lack of nurturing here. But there will be fulfillment. I think you're moving through a confusing situation with somebody that you really do care about and wanting things to change because maybe you've been down about the state of affairs emotionally in this connection. But we're moving from the Queen to the 5 to the 9. So what's hiding in the shadows is there are opportunities for fulfillment, but there's also some stuff that you've been down about. And that's not uncommon. It's like, can you find a place of compassion for what you've been feeling, Virgo? That's what I'm getting here. And maybe compassion towards this other person. There's some foundational changes here. A lot of times when the Tower happens, it's when something's faulty in the foundation of a connection and it needs to be transformed so it's more stable. And that requires strength of looking at things. It's literally getting honest about what needs to change. And sometimes it can be hard to speak up. All right, let's go into your sword energy. What is this? What are you upset about, Virgo? Because I'm going to see it in your sword energy and the metal energy here. This is where your thoughts go. Sideways. Yeah. You want clarity. You want to know the truth about maybe what's going on. There's something around clarity, clearing up something that maybe, sometimes I was talking to a friend about this the other day, and it's true that we can sometimes play all these scenarios, right? The stories that we want to tell ourselves about situations. And until we really clarify that and sit down with that person and talk it through, sometimes we're going to, doomsday, worst case scenario thinking. And it doesn't mean that what you're feeling is unfounded, because you're definitely feeling down about a connection where you really want fulfillment. And I do see it coming in, but it may require really getting clear here. What you don't see coming at the bottom. Yeah, there's been some pain here and needing to move past whatever the hurts are. This is that whole, I'm going to hold on to this hurt, and I want to move past it, but I don't know how. That's what it feels like, Virgo. Now let's go into your fire energy. And sometimes when I see this Knight of Swords, it's like two people battling it out and causing each other harm and hurt and tearing apart the love. And then needing to okay, we need to find more clarity in the situation and more truth about this pattern of the way we're responding to each other. It definitely feels like you're trying to shift the energy in a connection because it feels unstable when you do have conflict. Yeah, this is conflict. 5 of Wands at the bottom. challenges, obstacles in a connection that it's very important to you. I see, a match here. This is the strongest match in the deck between two people, Emperor, Empress. So, yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Let's see what's going on in your fire. No, that was my fault. I felt that didn't want to be seen. It'll come out if it's important, whatever it was, but I didn't see it. Yeah, that's it. King of Wands. 10 of Wands. King of Wands. Ooh, yeah, there's you've got somebody that, King of Wands twice. Someone gets, you're mirroring each other. Especially, that's why I combined two different decks here. You're like, oh, she's got two King of Wands. You are mirroring each other. It's almost like fire meets fire. And it's almost like one of you, that's hard. Because when it comes to dynamics and when it comes to power, you both have to be a little bit more yielding and bring in the unconditional heart aspect instead of rah, rah. There's some sort of this is truly charging into battle, okay? And because what's behind that is hurt. And the truth of this what's the truth? We got two people who are very strong-willed, stubborn, fiery, right? It's hard when you have two people that are stubborn, all right? And own it, Virgo. If you're stubborn, it's okay. I'm stubborn. I can own that part of myself. I can dig my heels in and I will argue something to death because I'm an air sign. There's something that's being activated between you and this person in your fire. It could be a very strong attraction. And underneath that, it creates all of this, and Spirit's you got to burn. This is maybe one of those connections that's so intense with the Mars energy that you need to do things together that are movement oriented, go out and play sports together, or work out together and move that energy, right? Because it's becoming heavy. It's becoming heavy the way you are dealing with this person, the way they're dealing with you, especially in November. You're you know what? Yeah, we're both intense, but this isn't feeling good, right? We got to figure out a way to navigate through this that doesn't cause all this disappointment, right? This hurt and the sadness. Now, if this is somebody that you're going through a potential ending with, gosh, it's you all are mirroring each other. You've learned a lot from this person. This is not somebody you just met. This is someone you've been dealing with. But if you are going through some sort of death throw, I don't think either of you want it to end. I'm getting that. It's when we get exacerbated, exhausted by a dynamic. Let's see what's going on in the earth energy here, Virgo, for you. How's this affecting your stability? This feels like this connection wants to take center stage this month. At least it's got your attention. Yeah, you want to bring in a new energy. Let's invest in this differently, please. Yeah, and for some of you, you're looking at this and wondering if it's worth the effort to keep putting your energy into this. We have the Ace of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, you're going to keep putting energy towards this, but maybe less than what you typically do, and you're going to see how that pans out. Maybe you match this person's intensity and you're realizing that that's actually causing more friction with this mirroring, or vice versa. There's something that you're reevaluating. I want to get some energy here around. Now, these are affirmations that are helping with each element. I switch up the decks sometimes between signs. I've been using this deck today. It just seems pertinent. But these are going to help get more information about what you're really feeling, what's really going on with you. And this will help you. All right, we got this one that wanted to come out, this one, and this one. All right, two more, Spirit. Two more. And then we're going to talk about this. Nope. I didn't even see that. There we go. Wow, Taurus got some of this too. Interesting. It's definitely something that someone's riling you up. We're going to take those three. Yeah, those three. Because it's affecting your foundational energy here. There's a lot of evaluation going on about a connection in your life at this time, Virgo. It's taking up a lot of your attention. All right. Ooh. You could be shifting the way you show up in this connection. And if this has to do with self and you all aren't in a connection at all and like in a romantic commitment, then this is you really like becoming like, whoo, like we're talking like major power here. Major like Scorpio, I am owning my divine masculine feminine energy and I am going to achieve this beautiful symmetry. Cancer had a little bit of this energy as well. You could be dealing with the Cancer, someone's heavy Cancer placements. Is there something foundationally shifting in your vibration or someone else's vibration this month that's changing the dynamic completely? It's an overhaul in the connection. And if not, it's an overhaul in you. And what it is, it's giving you permission to outgrow old versions of yourself. I will give myself permission to outgrow old versions of myself. You want change. You want change. And this is you're digging deep. You're like, if this doesn't change, then I'm going to have to let this go. Or I needed to really release this old version of myself to really step into my true divine power. Ooh, no, I thought there was something hidden. This need to nurture and have compassion on your path towards self and others is very strong, especially when moving through the hurt or any kind of loss at this time. So you can focus on your own fulfillment, personal fulfillment. And what coincides with this, the affirmation is, I trust the timing of my life. Okay, there's some sort of timing at play. I just saw 111. So that might be this 111 marking of November 1st, the Scorpio new moon, moving into 1111 might be a crucial time period for you in a connection. Okay. And then all this hurt, trying to find clarity, this going to battle, right, with the Knight of Swords. I trust that I will know when something is right for me. Okay. Listen to that. This fire energy of being mirroring back and forth and this burden, right, around the way you were going at it with somebody. The stubbornness, the strong-willedness, the fieriness, the strong magnetic connection here, mirroring in your fire. I receive everything that is meant for me without hesitation. When we don't believe we are worthy or deserving, we reject or undermine the good that comes our way. Regularly reminding yourself of your worth will help you open your heart to receiving without hesitation. Okay. So there might be something that you're really drawn to, but you're going to have to drop whatever heaviness you have. If you're going through this crazy transformation this month around you, and you've been moving past a connection and you're calling in the new, if you feel ready for it, you are mirroring somebody this month. And I don't know if it's a past person that you're releasing or calling in a new person after a period of grief. But Spirit is saying, try not to hesitate around things that you know that are meant for you. Okay. And now in your Pentacle energy, I am okay with not being okay. I receive calm and ease. I will take a step back from unhealthy relationships. Yeah. I feel overall that's a very strong indication that there's something unhealthy about this. We're not seeing the devil, but we're seeing things have to change. They can't stay the same. Nothing stays the same. But I feel like something's really tiring you. And you may need to just take a step back this month and consider the ways you are growing and changing and no longer want to wait on within you in order to move forward. It's going to require some strength. Let's get into some clarifications around this. Definitely sorting out a connection here. Ooh, this feels difficult. Virgo. Let's see. Let's clarify the Emperor, Empress, Death, and Tower. The Hierophant. This is definitely about a long-term commitment. And it's like you could be at a point this month with it is this what I want to stay committed to? Some of you, it's going to the next level and getting married and being uncertain about that. Like, is this the time to really double down or walk away? Or others of you, it's like, we can't give up now. I'm hearing that. We can't give up now. We've invested so much into this, but we have to change because we're not happy. This is creating pain. It's unhealthy. But regardless of what this is doing within you or this other person, it's time for you to give yourself permission to outgrow an old version of you. and to take a step back from whatever's unhealthy in this relationship. Yeah. Your Page of Pentacles. Some of you are going on a timeout here or a separation with, and now we have the King and Queen of Cups. There's a lot of love in this situation here. A lot of emotional investment. And I feel like it's a matter of putting that first. Instead of all this fire, like this willful stubbornness, someone's got to yield. And it's about softening the energy and finding the love again. This is when resentments build up around people not operating from the heart. All right, now let's go into the cup energy. Seven of Wands, defensiveness. You're being called to pull your energy back, Virgo, and maybe just letting the dust settle so you both can get on the same page. Okay, I do see that emotionally things are going to improve. Yeah, Two of Cups sideways. You've needed some distance here. There's been some confusion around how to sort some of this stuff out with this person. I feel like a lot of you, it's just the growing pains that we go through in love. This feels like growing pains. And I would be inclined to think walk away, but there's Two of Cups. It's like just, you don't always show it, and neither do they. But you definitely are waiting for better days. You've had better days. 2 sevens and 2 threes. Y'all, it's time to let go of any old hurts here. Invest in this wisely. Try to get on the same page. It comes down to communicating properly. Let's talk about the sword energy. Yeah, being empowered. This is the dance, right? Light and shadow in us and in our bonds. I think this is about you being guided by your intuition and knowing when something's right for you and when it isn't. There's some sort of you. I just heard you saying, if this doesn't change, then I know that it's not right for me because I can only stay so long in an unhealthy dynamic, an unhealthy situation. You could be outgrowing somebody, Virgo. And it's causing a lot of discord mentally and emotionally. And you're trying to get the courage to look at the truth, okay, of the situation this month. Yeah. When there's a lot of uncertainty and unknowns, you're trying to find a steady center of your own inner knowing when you're uncertain about whether something is good. I think that healing and growing, it really does requires you to be soft and resilient at the same time. And I feel like that's what you're digging deep this month toward. And what is this mirroring going on here? Sideways, 9 of Pentacles. You could be trying to break some sort of codependency in a connection. Whenever I see the 9 of Pentacles sideways, it's just this toggle between independence, emotional independence, feeling secure in the attachment and not feeling secure. And the fire that gets kicked up around that and almost like this. Yeah. Let me get more on that 9 of Pentacles sideways over this double King of Wands in the Knight of Wands. Yeah. You're coming out of a period where this is like, I'm getting wounded here. You're coming out of a period where you both of you are trying to learn to respond from a more independent patterning emotionally than you hurt me, no, you hurt me, and trying to keep a scorecard over who's right and who's wrong. This is truly like, take a look and own your own wounding that makes you respond to this the way you do and vice versa. And if you start doing that with this person, it's going to help. And you could be just saying, you know what, this has wounded me enough. I got to drop the burden. 9 of Wands in reverse is actually a positive sign that you're seeing the discrepancy here and doing something about it this month. And, you're getting comfortable with not being okay and having to reevaluate something so you can shift the energy and take a step back. Both of these want to come out in reverse. This is dropping the fight. There's something around you not having healthy boundaries with this person and allowing them to maybe stomp all over you energetically and saying, you know what, I've had enough. It doesn't mean you leave this person. It just means you start getting the help that you need in the connection, or you making the changes that you need to not enable somebody or give people permission to cross your boundaries. This doesn't even have to be a romantic person, but this is definitely you being a more unified whole, standing up for yourself, Virgo. Yeah. Yeah. A unified whole coming back into balance. The display of of what's right in this situation. What's right here is for you to not have moving boundaries. This is like, I'm holding a boundary today, but tomorrow, I don't know. It's when we shift that, it gives people permission to shift around us. You're learning about healthy boundaries, and it's very hard. It is very hard. But I do feel like there's some sort of drama going on in a connection for you. Whoever this is, you are facing some sort of tower and some sort of need to transform the energy. So things can come back into balance this month. But you're going to have to take a step back, because what you're doing is you're allowing someone, right? Where every time, it's like this is when patterns are repeating. And you're like, oh God, here we go again. And you keep putting energy toward it and starting over. It's like this repetitive pattern. And this whole energy around, take a step back from unhealthy relationships. You can love someone deeply and also know that their presence in your life is not the healthiest thing for you in this moment. Setting a boundary by loving someone from a distance is sometimes the best thing for your emotional well-being. Spend some time considering whether there's someone you need some space from. Okay? It's about getting yourself calm and centered so you can bring more balance back within you and into this connection. But it's almost, it's like when you have a conflict with someone and then you try to remedy it too soon and you both are not really feeling it. It's like, let's make peace, but you're still, still angry. We have all of these sayings like, don't go to bed angry. Like, I feel like it's a matter of don't hold grudges, but air out your concerns. And if you need a minute, and you need space, if this is someone you're living with, take some time, go stay with some friends for the weekend, right? Go away. If you live in an area, go for a road trip, go rent an Airbnb for a night, get your head on straight. Like sometimes we push things too quickly to resolve when all it requires is a time out and some healthy space. And I'm getting that here. Whatever comes up this month, I would really, really encourage you to take a minute, take a step back, get centered, because when we pause, we don't react the same way. We respond. We don't react. And I'm getting that you're learning like, you two push each other's buttons. And this really is about healthy conflict resolution that I'm seeing here. And a need to change the way you deal with it as a couple, a lot of you, or as a roommates, as best friends, as siblings, as parent, child, whoever this is to you, you're learning a lot about what it takes to be in a balanced, healthy, secure attachment bond. And the ways you override your healthy boundaries because of this person. It's what it's teaching you. Let's get some advice. This is definitely taking front and center this month because you've had it. I can see you've had it with this dynamic. You've had it, Virgo. And I've been seeing this for you. It's been up and down, in and out this whole year. And I'm reading for a group of Virgos that are like putting up with a lot in someone else. And knowing that, okay, it's at some point we have to take responsibility and not blame the other person for how they're responding, when all we need to do is make the shift inside. And if that means that this has got to go out of your life, then it's got to go out of your life. If it's causing you this much strife, there's love here, but there's a lot of drama. And we got the Tower and the Death. And a lot of confusion and need to get clear, a lot of uncertainty about moving forward, a lot of hurt, a lot of grief, a lot of wounding, a lot of mirroring, a lot of conflict. And it's really, about your peace at the end of the day. I'll tell you, there's so many relationships I stayed too long because I wanted things to change and that person was unwilling. Let's get some advice to do the work. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Ace of Cups. That's good. It's about really opening up the heart. In what ways do you need to open up your heart here, Virgo, towards the situation? What would love do? That's my biggest question when I'm going through conflict with anyone. What would love do? Truly. Take your ego out of it. Take their ego out of it. What would love do? Would the kindest, most loving thing you do for yourself in the situation is to retreat and self-soothe and get grounded again? that all want to come flying out. It was like a, yeah, you could be, it's like, when you go in a roller coaster, I've done those ones where you do the drop and like you almost levitate. There's something that you're going through this, like, you could be going through some sort of fall here in a connection and trying to hold on to, wow. Holy wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe this. Okay. Y'all, I want to tell you that you're either saying this is not what I want and I need to go in, like, we're talking like 180 degree. I'm going in the opposite direction of this. I want to get one. I want to be clear about this. Wow. I'm getting a whole, I surrender. I surrender. There's some sort of surrender going on, and you know what it's doing? Why have you been fighting so much with this person this year, huh? Getting on the same page and renewing it all. Y'all, I don't know what the hell to tell you. My God. You're either going in a brand new direction away from this and saying, good riddance, I'm done with this unhealthy BS. Or some of you, you're like seeing everything change with this person. Use your discernment, all right? Call a toxic bond for what it is, a trauma bond for what it is. If you are trauma bonded with someone else, be honest, okay? But if this is someone you truly know that it's healthy and you're going through just a period where everything's getting kicked up in the connection, then you have the opportunity to really transform the energy in this situation, the two of you. Use your discernment. I'm going to leave it there because I see two groups. One group, this is done. I'm going in a brand new direction and this is my piece. Others of you, hold steady. Hold steady. Take the pause. Take a break. Forgive. Surrender. And you might find yourself in brand new territory you didn't think you'd arrive in with this connection. This truly is reconciliation energy. But sometimes that requires space. So if you're too afraid to take space from someone because you think they're going to leave you, look at that. You should be able to pull back from a situation, and if it's meant for you, it will course correct and the energies will calm down and you will be able to start over in the connection. But if you try to pull away and it's World War III, Armageddon, apocalypse, drama spiraling, then it's time to go in a new direction. Okay, Virgo? All right. Tell you what, you all. Wow. This month is like the beginning of the end or the end of and a new beginning. Wow. It's really two camps here. I'm sorry it's so divided. I didn't expect this advice. If I just saw all these aces, right? Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, without the Three of Pentacles, I'd be like, no. Go in a new direction. That will serve you better, Virgo. But with this, it's like, wait a minute. This whole thing is different and changing. And I'm just going to hold on. All right. I'm curious what's going to come out of the Chinese 5 elements here. Wow. A state of graceful movement. Okay. Number 28. 10, 1, you're in a new beginning. You're in a new beginning regardless. Get ready. You're in a brand new beginning regardless. Okay, y'all? This is like, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster ride in this connection, you all. Okay. This card asks you to expand your definition of beauty. See beauty as more than skin deep. Create beauty and embody beauty. Invite beauty into your inner world and your external environment. Feel the senses with art, poetry, music, and dance to delight the heart. Embody beauty from the inside and outside so that it shines through your whole being and in your every movement. When you look in the mirror, send love to the beautiful soul in front of you. The metal rabbit is also about softening up your stance without losing yourself in a relationship, and releasing your attachments to the relationship ideals so you can enter into a state of graceful movement in giving and receiving. This could very well be what's happening in your connection here. Virgo. The key is to find balance in accommodating your own needs and the needs of others without compromising your values. Yin metal makes us aware that our perception is a reflection of our inner world. Appreciate the beauty around you without judgment, and the world will reflect more of its majestic beauty back at you. The rabbit can find beauty in the mundane. Like the humble flowers can instantly brighten up a space, you too can transform anything ordinary into something extraordinary when you fill your world with beauty. You could be going through a massive change in a connection that is unprecedented for this connection. Some of you, this is truly a very transformative time in either a marriage or a long-term commitment for you, where you're coming from an unhealthy attachment and somehow making it a secure attachment and realigning to a completely different energy together that is new, all new, clarity, passionate new direction, right? The cup runneth over. This could be falling in love all over again in a new chapter and a connection for a lot of you. So, wow. Good luck.